Tech Sparks. My name is Karen McKluskie, and it is a thrill to be talking to you today from New Delhi. And the UK is immensely proud to be the country sponsor of Tech Sparks Edition 11 in what has been an undeniably surprising year for us all. My job at the British High Commission is to realise the vision of the UK and Indian Prime Minister's vision of a strategic partnership on tech between our two countries. In 2018, at the Commonwealth Summit, our leaders together announced this tech partnership with the stated goal of bringing together the best minds in tech to promote economic growth and high-value jobs for both countries. And today is just one example at Tech Sparks of how we do that. And it is wonderful to be partnering with your story, but also our friends at the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and with FICCI. But when the British and Indian Prime Ministers made this partnership, it wasn't just about boosting our economies and boosting trade. There are many countries, of course, that work together to do that all the time. Rather, the UK and Indian strategic partnership is founded on the fact that both India and the UK believe that tech can be a tremendous force for good in the world, tackling global challenges, lifting millions out of poverty around the world. We believe that this industrial revolution does not have to leave the same people behind, and that tech solutions can improve the lives of those at the very bottom of the pyramid with the right encouragement of research, of innovation, and of business. Now, before I tell you about how we're putting some of this into action, let me spend some time on myth busting. Because when Indian business people are surveyed about what they like and admire about the UK compared to other countries, they rarely mention tech or science. We get a lot of credit for the financial services in the City of London, our incredible theatre and our film and our music, and we get a lot of love for the royal family and all those castles and tourism things. And I think this might be because the UK doesn't make the consumer tech gadgets like the phones or the smart TVs. But the fact of the matter is that the UK is number 2, 3, or 4 for tech, depending on how you look at it. If you give me just a minute, I'll try and convince you with some numbers. Starting with the basics. The UK ranked 3rd in global list for innovation, disruption, and technology, as per the KMPG report in 2019. And in this report, we were the world's 2nd best startup ecosystem. We have one of the world's largest tech ecosystems overall, with thousands of tech startups built around a really strong entrepreneurial culture and a business enabling environment. The UK tech sector, in fact, attracted more than 10 billion of investment in 2019. And in the first 7 months of 2019 alone, UK tech companies secured a record £5.5 billion in foreign investment. That's more than the amount invested per capita in the US tech sector in the same period. So number one is what I'm getting at. The UK generates more billion-dollar tech businesses and at higher levels of investment than any other European country. In fact, no other European country even comes close to the UK. I'll give you just 2 examples of that. Half of Europe's fintech unicorns and half of Europe's fintech future unicorns are based in the UK. We have 500 AI startups in the UK, and that is 1/3 of Europe's total, and twice as many as any other country in Europe. A 2020 report by the UK Tech Nation shows that the UK is 3rd in the world for levels of AI investment, 2nd by deal count, and in fact, the only country in the top 5 AI nations to have demonstrated constant positive year-on-year growth for the last 5 years. The UK is also number 2 on the global index for AI readiness, just behind Singapore. So I hope I have your attention now. And the next time you think of the UK, you might think of Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor of the internet, as much as Mr. Bean or Henry VIII. I also hope that you'll consider the UK as a place to raise capital and perhaps even as a market, which leads us back to the UK-India partnership. I'll tell you about how tech trade is thriving between our nations. In 2019, trade between our countries hit 24 billion, and that's up by almost 10% in just 1 year, 10% growth in trade. The UK's digital service exports to India increased to 1.245 billion in 2018, and 38% of India's investments in the UK are now in tech and telecom. It's right at the heart of that relationship. And British and Indian investments support about 500,000 jobs in each other's economies. Underpinning that, right at the top of the pipeline in innovation and tech innovation is our research partnership. We have over 200 research projects, collaborative projects, with over 175 research institutions and more than 100 industry partners. And this research will be worth 400 million by 2021. Most of it is in tech. One of the challenges, though, that I'm looking to address under the tech partnership is to draw our innovation ecosystem closer together, including the startup ecosystem. You're going to hear, I hope, a lot this week from members of the new UK-India Tech Hub. They are particularly focused on getting behind startups. They've already got programs launched getting behind what we call the change makers, those who are thriving and responding to the challenges introduced by COVID. But there will be much more besides as well, including drawing in more female entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs from the LGBT community too. We have an enormous grant program that's almost reaching its competition deadline. It's called the Innovation Challenge Fund. And this is giving £3 million worth of research and development grant awards to people working in AI or in future mobility, people who are tackling the challenges of COVID as well as climate change. And this allows academia and industry to come together in consortia and to bring the best of both of those disciplines and worlds into producing the latest near commercially ready R&D tech projects. So we're really excited about that. We've got a great project launching this month. It's called Act for Green. And this brings together Indian and UK clean tech startups, and we will be supporting them in their pitch, in their business plan, and putting them in front of some very serious venture capitalists looking to get deeper into India. So hopefully generating a great opportunity of finance for them too. We have also launching a £30 million project called Startup Fast Track. And this will be creating essentially a loan function, a soft loan function for startups who are producing innovative tech solutions that can address development challenges. I've mentioned just 3 or 4 programs. In reality, there's about 15 of them already underway, and we're very excited about them all. But I just wanted to give you that little taste. And we find in India, I've talked a lot about the UK and the UK's credentials, but we find in India tremendous promise in that regard. In particular, in India's tech-led startup system. Is becoming one of global importance. I think there's without question 2 global standard tech clusters that have emerged already in India, and there will be others. But also, I think the Honourable Prime Minister Modi's schemes that he has introduced, whether that's Digital India, Startup India, Made in India, BharatNet, and more, all of these things are creating a flourishing of the startup ecosystem. And we really want to be behind that. We do feel that this is a strategic partnership from which both countries can benefit. Thank you.